I had to restart this video because I was fumbling around on this shit last time. Oh my god. Guys. Oh my god, ooh. I'm about to punch my monitor in half. Oh. Guys, I just recorded a 5-minute video. I was fumbling around. I was like, this is unbearable. I have to make a new one. Made a new one. And then let's get it. Law of attraction, guys. Let's get it. So the law of attraction is one of the most important, beautiful, amazing, wonderful, just great laws of the universe, and it really puts you in the position to be the best version of yourself and the best life you've ever wanted ever. So let's talk about the law of attraction today, guys. I'm not gonna crash out today. So the biggest misunderstanding of the law of attraction, let me zoom in, is you cannot attract things with thinking alone. Right, so let's say I want a house. I'm not going to be able to get a house just by thinking about it and not doing anything else with my life. The thing about the law of attraction is you have to take action. When you take action with the law of attraction in mind, it will put you on the right path to attract the things you are always looking for. Now, the time that you are going to get the thing is completely dependent on two things: how big of a thing it is that you want, and how much it will make an impact on your life. So, like I said, if you want a house, it's probably going to take a little bit longer to get than just like a Honda Civic. You get what I'm saying? So, when you want things in this life, you can't just sit here and think they're going to magically appear for you. They will only show up for you if you know you're going to get them. You have the real faith that you're going to get them. Like, you know, even if you don't get them immediately, you're going to get them eventually. And you move and take action towards your life, then the things will be attracted to you naturally. The law of attraction is what you tell the universe. The point of the law of attraction is what you are declaring to the universe, and what the fuck is going on? The law of attraction is you declaring to the universe what you want, declaring, knowing that you are going to have it, and doing everything within your power to attain said item. Through telling the universe what you want, you will start vibrating on the frequency that will carry you to this item. It may take time, but it will always happen eventually. It is up to you to maintain this frequency through building momentum. So what does that mean? Right? It means you need to, there's 3 main steps of the law of attraction I have learned. I've done a lot of studying on this. I spent hours learning this. I'm the attraction guy. Look at me. Am I not attractive? Do I not attract things? So with the law of attraction, you need 3 things. You need to have a lot of repetition, a lot of reps. Like I said, dependent on how big the item is, dependent on how many reps. So like, let's say you're trying to get like, if you're trying to go like from fat to skinny, it's going to need a lot of reps. If you're trying to go from fat to fit, because skinny isn't just fit, like it's different. Like you can be skinny, I'm not skinny, I'm fit, or you can be fit. So from fat to fit, it's going to be a lot of reps, a lot. I've been going to the gym for like 5 years now. So, I mean, it's a lot of reps to get to where you want to go. And I've been going to the gym every single day for like 2-3 years. So the thing with the law of attraction is you need a lot of reps. That's number 1. Number 2, you need to move on the frequency of whatever you're trying to acquire. What does that mean? So let's say you're trying to get a brand new car. How will you feel once you get that brand new car? You have to move like that. You have to be excited. You have to be happy. You have to know you're going to get that car, and you have to move like that towards your actions. Know in the back of your head after every action, I'm going to get this car. I'm going to get this car. I'm going to get this car. The reps for that one will just be repeating it in your head and getting the money towards it, and just keeping this in mind. And like I said, depending on how good and new the car is, depends on how many reps you are going to have to take, especially dependent on where you are at. So let's say you're at $0 and you want a Corvette. It's going to take a shit ton of reps of making money to get that Corvette if it's a 2025. Now let's say you are at $3,000 and you want a Honda Civic that is like, I don't know, low miles, and it's like from 2010. It's going to take a lot less reps than the fucking Corvette because you already have a head start with the money, and it's a less, impactful vehicle. So that's why it's so important that you keep that in mind when you're trying to attract something. It's important that you know where you're starting and where you're heading. And you have to build frequency through momentum. What is momentum? It's just stacking good ass items and actions that are going to put you towards your goal. So let's say, like I said, you want to get fit. You build momentum towards getting fit by avoiding sugar, going to the gym daily, stacking cardio on top of weightlifting, coming home and watching what you eat, and then avoiding, oh, I already said avoiding sugar, and then avoiding snacking, which is, that kind of goes with sugar, but snacking is really bad for you. Oh, also drinking water. Like, look at that momentum stack you have towards the gym and towards losing weight, because you're stacking all these good things. You have a bunch of momentum. It's very easy. What I've learned with my own momentum and a lot of people, it's very easy to fuck up your momentum, bro. It is so easy. Like, so let's go back to the weight loss example. Let's say you have all that momentum for a week straight. You avoided sugar, you ate healthy, you went to the gym every single day, you stacked cardio on top of your weightlifting, you drank water, you avoided snacks, and let's also include avoiding alcohol, because alcohol is super bad for weight loss, right? Now let's say over the weekend your gang's like, oh, let's hang out, whatever, blah blah blah, and then you guys go to a fucking buffet. You guys go to a buffet, and then you don't go to the gym at all over the weekend or do any movement, and then you go and you get drunk that night and eat on top of drinking, and you eat junk food on top of the food that you do eat on top of drinking, right? That's like low-key gonna snipe a week's worth of progress for you. At least half of a week worth of progress. Half of a week's worth of progress, bro. That's gonna get your ass. Like, I'm telling you. And so that's the thing with momentum. It's a lot harder to build winning momentum than it is to lose. It's a lot harder to build winning momentum than it is to lose it. It's a lot harder because winning takes more effort than losing, like almost 99.9% of the time. When is it easier to lose than it is, to win than it is to lose? Literally win. Like, I can't think of one example off the dome where it's easier to win at something than it is to lose. So, yeah, you have to make sure you're trying to stack as many wins as possible and avoid as many losses as physically possible. So moving on frequency is so important because this is why some people, they get everything they want in their life. Other people, they are suffering until the day they die because they are moving at a certain frequency. What I will say about frequency is I'm going to have to do a whole video about this pretty soon here, but this is why, how some people are like, that person's low vibrational, that person's high vibrational, whatever. It's literally a frequency thing. So like, let's say, right, someone and they are just an alcoholic. They go to the bar in the club all the time. All they do is scroll. They don't move much and they don't take a lot of actions. They're going to be low frequency because they are doing low frequency activities. All those activities lower your frequency. Alcohol is super bad for your frequency. Weed, I'd say, is like mediocre for your frequency. It's better to not have weed. Not moving, not taking action is like the worst thing you can do to your frequency. So all frequency pretty much is how much you're moving towards your goals at any given moment, and how do you think of yourself and how do you think of the world. More so it is how you move towards your goals and how you think of yourself are the best two things to describe frequency. This chart is actually pretty good. When you're ready to do stuff and you're moving towards your goals and you feel the greatest you can ever feel and you're flowing through life, your frequency is going to be way higher than when you're just bumming around doing fuck all. So yeah, the reason that you don't get the things you want is usually because you're probably scrolling on Instagram and drinking alcohol and not doing what you need to do. Because the thing is, a lot of people don't understand this. The little decisions matter. Every single decision you make in this entire fucking life, every single one, I can't stress this shit enough. Every single decision you make in this entire life is important. Every single one. Every single fucking one. When you're like, hey, do I want to get a McChicken or a egg McMuffin? That is a important decision. When you're like, hey, do I want to, scroll Instagram or do I want to watch a YouTube video? That is an important decision. Every single decision makes a difference because the thing is, you can go on Instagram and watch bullshit for 30 minutes and fry your brain, or you can go on YouTube and watch something that's actually going to help you in the rest of your life, right? You can go to McDonald's and get an egg McMuffin, which is at least going to give you some egg and some basic things, or eat fake chicken, right? Now that's like less of a decision because you're already at McDonald's, you're already kind of lost. But I hate McDonald's, by the way. Out here it's fire. In Vietnam, McDonald's is fire, though, by the way. But yeah, so here are 3 ways to put yourself in a good frequency. You want to visualize your goal as often as possible. You want to be my next video is going to be on repetition because this is one of the most important aspects of life. You need to be repetitive with the things you want in this life. You cannot give up easily. This has been one of my biggest problems, and that's why I'm stressing it so hard to you guys. Alex Hormozi talks about it constantly. The amount of reps you want for the things you want in this life, it's honestly sickening to the point where a lot of people, he literally said it, a lot of people wouldn't even start if they knew how many reps it would take to get to where they want. As well as on top of that, that's why when you want to do something, you want to learn something, you want to get good at something, you want to be able to enjoy it. Because if you can't enjoy doing whatever you're doing, you're not going to be able to do the reps to get where you want to unless you want to just be average. Even then, it's still hard, dude. It depends on what you're doing as well, though. Depending on how hard it is to achieve, how hard it is to acquire, and how big of a goal it is, it's going to take a lot of reps. And that applies to all of these. If you want to rewire your brain, dude, you got to be thinking of words of abundance for, dude, legit months to years. Because you have to think about it, too. We're programmed since a child, right? You're programmed since a child, hearing all these words of lack, hearing all these words of like limiting beliefs, hearing all these words of just things that are telling us we can't do the things we want. So in order to get rid of these words and to, you know, rewire our brain, it's gonna take a long fucking time because you're programmed since a child, my nigga. Since you are a kid, since you're in the womb, actually, you're programmed since you are literally in the womb because you can hear stuff in the womb. So it's gonna take a lot of words and a lot of different thoughts to reprogram your brain to be in a abundance frequency. Same thing with the goal. You need to visualize your goal as much as possible, especially dependent on how big of a goal it is. You need to be visualizing it being as in-depth as possible and being as serious as possible. And then you need to be taking the actual reps towards this goal. A lot of reps. I did not like this shit. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, so you need to be taking a lot of reps towards the goal. This is a very crucial picture, bro. You gotta start saying you can do everything, bro. You gotta start thinking you're invincible, you're Superman, you're God, bro. Because in a way, you are God. You have God within your spirit, bro. We are God's highest creation, 100%. There's a reason we have such a grasp on this world that no other animal is even close to. No one even thinks about the fact that we're technically the same thing as a fucking monkey. We're just smarter. No one thinks about that. Actually, monkey and people think about it. No one thinks about the fact that we are the same thing as a fucking snail. But we're just smarter and bigger and have more tools. We are the same thing as a fucking snail. All because a snail isn't a mammal, doesn't change shit, it's just an animal. So that's what I'm saying. We are God's definitely highest creation for sure. And you need a lot of reps of all of these depending on how big of the goal is. But these are really the 3 key ways to getting towards your goals and being in the right frequency. Okay. So here's the bonus tip. I always have a bonus tip in every single video, by the way. I need to start mentioning these at the very front of them. The bonus tip, you know how I said earlier you have to avoid negative vibrations because they will slaughter your momentum? Oh my god, why did I spell journey like that? You have to avoid low vibrational things at any cost, no matter the chance. And the thing is, it's so fucking hard nowadays. You're low-key gonna have to sometimes get some because it's actually impossible. People are the most low vibrational they've probably ever been. Actually, I don't know. People have always been bums. But people are super low vibrational now. The shows we watch are super low vibrational. The things we do, like I said, drinking, hoeing, all that shit, super low vibrational. And these are things that are going to kill your progress way, like, faster than you think. The reason I put Love Island here is because I'm not joking with you guys. I don't care how much hate I get. Love Island has to be one of the most low vibrational, like, actual like CIA project shows I've ever seen or heard of or witnessed in my life. There's a reason it's so fucking big, bro. It's actually, oh my god, I could actually make a video how much I do not like this show. I feel very strongly about this show because all it's doing is promoting and programming people to watch oh my god, whatever. Love Island sucks and it's low vibrational. Don't watch it. Please don't watch that shit, bro. Especially if you're a man. Oh my god, bro. If you're a man watching that Love Island shit, I'm not joking with you. Oh my god. You need to get fucking smacked. Anyway. Anyways. Yeah, bro. So please avoid low vibrational activities. And at least if you're going to do a low vibrational activity, know what you're doing. Know that you're doing low vibrational activity. And make sure you are trying to at least protect and keep your frequency high. Because it's so easy to have your momentum get knocked off by going to the club, going out, doing dumb stuff, being around the wrong type of people, watching the wrong things. There's so many ways to lower your vibration. So if you want to be abundant, and you want to have attraction, and you want to be the person who's prosperous in their life, you must avoid low vibrational activities at all costs. Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you learned anything about the law of attraction today, make sure you drop a like, you comment, and yeah, I love to see you guys on the next one, and peace.